So this week we are taking a look at and reviewing the Hyundai Kona. It's a fantastic car. It's a sub-compact crossover SUV EV, which means it's a full electric vehicle. So you've got to plug it in and you've got to charge it, and it runs totally on electric. There's no hybrid turbo and all that type of thing. It was launched back in 2017 and finally went into production in 2018. So it's been around for about 6 or 7 years, and it's doing very, very well indeed on the sales. It got its name from a lovely little place in Hawaii called Kona. And like many of the other cars that Hyundai produce, it shares its name with travel destinations, Kona being a travel destination in Hawaii. Like, for example, Sorrento, that's another one of Hyundai's cars, and the Tucson and the Santa Fe, and there's a few others as well. So this sort of trend for naming them after travel destinations seems to be, it's working for Hyundai. However, a little bit of a, how should we put it, a minor cock-up, shall we say. I don't know if it's a cock-up or not. Because in Portugal, Kona means an entirely different thing. It kind of is a slang word for lady parts, if you get my drift. So can you imagine the faces on the Portuguese Hyundai sales team when they were told they were getting a number of Konas to sell? They must have looked at us, seriously? So they changed the name to Kauai, which is slightly different, yet another name in Hawaii, but Kauai is what it's known as in Portugal. So if you're Portuguese and you're watching this, I do apologise for keep saying Kona. And I'm sure there aren't that many Konas driving around in Lisbon at the moment. Well, they probably are, but they're not in Hyundais. I'm going too far with that. Let's move on. Let's get around this car. Let's have a look at it, see what we think of it. Let's give it a road test and work out all the different combinations that are available and let you know what we think of the latest Hyundai Kona. There you go. I said it once again. If you haven't watched us before, then feast your eyes for the next minute and a half on our little trailer, and you'll see we don't just do car reviews, we do a whole host of other bits and pieces as well. Enjoy the trailer. If you've seen it before, skip to the next bit, because you know straight after the trailer we start the review. I'll catch up with you in a minute, or even a minute and a half. This is how a car should sound. Listen to this. I didn't really push it either. I was just having a bit of fun. Oh, really? Wheel spin? Outside. Cool. So there you have it, guys. The Ferrari Roma. My birthday present. Go. We're going to meet the crew and hopefully get it. That's a real one.
I think it makes a good work.
Let's go,
nice to start.
Nice to see you. Show us your big chopper, your helicopter. So here we are, the Morgan Roadster, where we're here for the Swiss Watch Show. Guys, guess what? It's another morning here out in sunny France. (2024) Hyundai Konas are slightly bigger than their predecessors. They're slightly longer, they are slightly wider, and they're definitely that little bit higher. In addition to that, this car has just won some major awards. It's won Car of the Year 2024. Absolutely amazing. It's won Best Small Company Car of the Year and Best Small SUV of the Year. 3 accolades that are going to make this car extremely popular. There are 4 different trim levels available. Your entry-level car is called the Advance, and it starts from around £35,000. Then you've got the N-Line, the N-Line S, and top-of-the-range cars are called the Ultimate. Of course you'd call it the Ultimate. They start at around £45,000. Colours available, well, there are 11 to choose from, and if you like red, you're in luck because it's included in the price no matter what trim level you go for. All the others start between £325 and £650. So it's still not a lot of money all in. But all round this car, plenty of trims to choose from, plenty of colours to choose from. Advanced entry-level trim cars get a nice set of 17-inch alloys fitted with some decent low-profile tyres. You'll also get a set of LED headlights with dust sensor and auto dip beam built in. Plus there's LED fog lights, turn indicators, running lights and a really snazzy LED strip light that runs right across the front of the car and looks absolutely amazing at night. Round at the back of the Kona you'll also get the same LED strip light but in red, as well as some lovely LED clusters. There's parking sensors both front and rear, some handy fold-in mirrors that heat up in the winter, plus there's rain sensing wipers and a really nice set of roof rails so you can add a roof rack or a roof box in the future if you want. Round at the back of the Kona, nice design, but very, very drag coefficient, because with an electric car, that's what this is all about. It's not only just making it look pretty, but it's getting it through the air as efficiently as possible. And you'll see the design of this car with this big spoiler across the top. You've got these air flutes down the side and no protuberances, or whatever you want to call it. That's a great word, protuberances, I like that. Nothing protruding. It allows that air to go down seamlessly straight off the back there, pushing this car through the air as clean as possible and giving you the maximum mileage you're going to get from that battery. Hence why this is so good on its range. A couple of bits I do want to mention. Love the LED light all the way across there, and at night it looks absolutely spanking. With all the trim levels you do get a wash wipe. You've got this lovely big screen at the back here. Top of the range cars only get the privacy glass. You can pay extra to have it put on. One other thing, electronically assisted tail lift, only on top of the range. You don't get it on the lower level cars. However, I'm pretty sure if you speak to Hyundai nicely, there's an add-on pack that somewhere along the line you can add that in if you want it. But I've got to be honest, do you really want electronically assisted tail lift chewing up battery every time you open it? Personally, I think a couple of decent gas struts, just use your arms. Inside here, award-winning, class-leading size, 466 litres of boot space. Absolutely knocks 3 barrels of poo-poo out of the rest of the competition. When the seats are down, you've got a 20 in the middle, you've got 40 either side, so it's 40, 20, 40 split on the seats there, 1,300 litres of boot space. In the back here, enough to get 4 large suitcases. That's how big it is. Okay, couple of little bits to pull it apart here. Parcel shelves, you know I hate them. However, if they can be put away, then we keep them. If they can't, you know what happens to them. I'm going to pop this one out. It pops out quite neatly. It's a big parcel shelf, okay? Imagine the scenario. You're out on the street, you're picking up the kids, you've got the dog in the back or whatever. You need to get the bikes in there, a couple of bikes. What are you going to do with this? Right, normally you can just lift this up like that and you can just slide this under, well, you can't. There's nowhere to put this. So where's it going to end up? On the kids' laps, on the passengers' laps, or quite literally, you're going to have to sit with it on the front seat or somewhere. That is a terrible design fault, in my opinion. Got to be a space under there. That's the whole. You know what? Can't put it anywhere. It's got to go. It's gone. Throw them away. Useless things. They don't do anything. With a privacy glass, you can't see in the back anyway. And what are you going to be carrying it? Something you're going to bring your safe with you, something with a load of money in it or something. You don't want anybody seeing it in there, or hiding the chihuahua. Seriously, guys, don't bother with these. Leave it at home. Buy the car. It comes with it, and stick it in the garage. Let's take a look inside here, because as I said, it was award-winning. But another thing I like, space-wise, look at that. You get an extra, at least another inch of height in here. And there is a really good height to getting anything larger than you would normally be carrying. So you've got a split level boot on there, 4-pan should I say. Let's put it back up the top. Inside here, more than enough room to have a space saver wheel. However, you still get the tyre repair kit. Again, what? There is no point in these. They do nothing. Either run flats or buy yourself a space saver. Do it. Yeah, look, gone as well. Completely throwing half this car away. One good thing, although you get the cables with the car, because it has to be charged, obviously, these can go under the bonnet at the front, because there is a frunk there, 25 litre frunk, where these can both go. And in a minute, I'm going to go and stick them in there, because it will take away all the mess in the back here. And then when you need to charge, you just pull the front up, because that's where the charger is anyway. So, a couple of little bits that I don't like. One more little bit I don't like. No 12-volt adapter. Come on, top of the range car, should be a 12-volt adapter in here. You've got your shopping bag holders either side. You've got some tie-off points. 12-volt adapter would have just done it for me, because nowadays we've got bikes. We all use bikes. We've got kayaks and canoes that you can blow up and things like that. You need a 12-volt adapter. Brilliant idea. So simple to fit, and it hasn't got one. Simple, but a shame. One thing I do like, let's put the seats down. You can do them from the back here very easily. You just push either side, and as I said, it's a 40-20-40 split. Put them down. Massive in there, absolutely huge. No lip here. It almost goes flat. So all in, practicality, versatility, nailed it. Love the Kona. Up front in the Kona, it's really spacious and gets a very cool contemporary design, as well as plenty of tech, even on your entry-level car. Entry-level advanced trim gets a cloth upholstery interior, plus all trims get these nifty cup holders in the centre. All trim levels also get keyless entry and keyless ignition, as well as dual zone air climate control. There's a 12.3-inch digital cluster for the driver, plus in the centre there's a couple of USB charging ports and a 12-volt adapter. Above that in the centre there's a 12.3-inch digital TFT touchscreen that incorporates a sat-nav system, as well as a DAB radio, Bluetooth connectivity, Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. The multifunction steering wheel has media controls on the right-hand side, which include volume adjustment, track and radio station change, a star assign button, telephone controls and an Ask Hyundai button. On the left hand side you will get the driving controls, which include adaptive cruise control with stop start, lane keepy, lane follow, a speed limiter and traffic sign recognition. One of the add-on packs I would highly recommend is the Comfort Pack, which gives you heated front and rear seats, privacy glass all the way around at the back, a heated steering wheel and a wireless charger, and that's all for only £600 extra. Let's check out in the back of the Kona what it's like for the passengers. But before I jump in, check out the rake on this door. Absolutely incredible. Goes all the way back there like that. You're putting a kiddie seat in here, or you're trying to help someone in and out of this car, say mum or dad, a little bit old. It's going to be so much easier because that door's right back there and you've got plenty of space, plenty of width in this door. The only thing is when you jump in, which I'll do now, you just got to duck your head. This is quite low, and also I'm 176 centimeters high, and in old money that's about 5'10". But look, there's not a lot of headroom in the back here. If someone's getting in here that's over 6 foot tall, they're going to struggle in here. Anyway, that's just a little bickering on my side. One thing I do like, look at the size of the window here. How big is that? And guess what? It goes all the way down. So it's literally, if you suffer from car sickness, utterly brilliant. It's below the shoulder line there, and it goes all the way down. So it's going to really, really help. Likewise, these headrests in the front, very minimal, very minimalistic. It gives you a much better view across the front there. And again, helps with that, you know, car sickness as well. Couple of little bickery bits. Granny's fishnet stockings. I wish car manufacturers would come up with something a little bit better than that. It's cheapskate. It just looks horrible, and it just, I don't know. It'd be nice, especially on the upper levels of the cars, like this one being the top of the trims. You know, just to have something, a little bit of leather there or something would look nice. However, it makes up for it in the middle. You get independent air control, not climate control. So you can maneuver that air where you want it, up and down, however you want it. You can't turn it on or off though. That's a shame. I would have liked to have seen that. And additionally, I think on the top of the range, there should be an option for a tri-zone air climate control. But just nitty-picky things. One thing I do love in this car, it's got a 13 amp plug. Here in the UK, we have a 3-pin plug. I'm sure these are adaptable all around the world. So if you're a 2-pin like in Europe, it's going to have a 2-pin in there. But what it means is you can plug your laptop in there and work in the back or watch a movie on it. How brilliant's that? Below that, you've got 2 USB-Cs for plugging in, so just your general charging up and that. It's all catered for down there. Low transmission tunnel. It's a battery car at the end of the day. There's no transmission in this, no exhaust, nothing. So it's very flat along there, which makes moving across and, you know, backwards and forwards in the seat very, very easy indeed. I'm going to move around here. I want to show you the recessed seat belts in the back, really nice, again, helping you move across the seat if you have to. You definitely get 3 adults across here, not long distance though. I think your adult in the centre here, pick up from the pub, lift home from the restaurant or wherever, you know, maximum 30-40 minutes before you start getting a bit of backache, but definitely 2 very, you know, decent sized adults either side there. In the centre here, you've got a drop down shelf here, which is nice, armrest, nice and flat as well, so it's not going to hinder when you're driving along with your arm up. However, again, there's always little howevers with me. You've got a large coffee cup in here and the driver brakes suddenly very harshly. There's nothing to stop that coffee cup flying forward. So I would have liked to have seen a lip here or something. Some manufacturers have got this absolutely nailed. They put a little ridge across here and it stops that cup flying forward. But nevertheless, it is a double cup holder and it has a reason. I mentioned earlier when we were doing the bit in the boot, this is a 20 in the middle, 40-40 split. this is really good. You can actually ping it down yourself like that. So if you're going down to the DIY store on the weekend, this is going to be brilliant for putting long lengths of wood through here or whatever you need. In Europe, it's known as the ski hedge. Yes, far more, yeah, we won't go into that. It's just, we do like a DIY store here in the UK. Ice fix points, I love them in this car. Just marked there and there on either side. You can feel it with your finger. No plasticky bits. Hate the plastic bits, throw the damn things away. It's disgusting, they're horrible. 9 times out of 10 you end up losing one. You end up having to pay for a whole new set when you sell the car on and you hand it back after the lease expires. So this is a nice way of doing it. They're just tucked inside. I like the finish. It's a wipe friendly surface in this car. It's really nice indeed. Comfort, well, it's got it, definitely. I could sit in there for a couple of hours quite easily. I like the setup in the back, and again, you know, the Kona is really nailing it on the comfort and the, you know, family practicality stakes. Under the bonnet, advanced trims get the choice of either a 48 kilowatt battery, which will give you a range of around 234 miles, or for an extra £3,500 you can opt for the long range 65 kilowatt battery, which will give you between 282 and 319 miles of range. Both options can be charged up to 74 kilowatts an hour and take around 45 minutes to charge from 10 to 80% on a fast charger. Home charging will depend which charger you have, but varies between 7 and 9 hours. When you get out on the road in the Kona, the Hyundai Kona, you're going to be well shocked how nice this car is. First up, extremely comfortable. These seats, beautifully bolstered. Lovely driving position. You can really set this up how you want it. Lovely big mirrors, great peripheral vision as well. Massive windshield on it. Really good view out the back as well, and I love this big mirror. It gives you just an all-round feeling of space, and you can see everything around you. It's easy to park. You've got the camera, you've got the reversing beepers and the forward beepers. So all in, it's really set up nicely. As far as economy wise going, you're getting, we're currently getting 3.6 miles to the kilowatt. I've had it well over 4 to the kilowatt, which is really good indeed. It's equivalent to about 120 miles to the gallon in combustion engine terms. So, and it will do that all day long. You've got regen on your paddles here, very easy to set up. So if you want to manually do the regen, if you, on the left hand one here, if you just pull it back, it will give the maximum amount of regen. Pull it 2 or 3 times, it will click up. And then whenever you take your foot off the accelerator, it will virtually stop this car, trust me. But when you're on a run, what you need to be doing is allowing the car to coast more. So just press that back and that will release that regen to the minimum. Around town, this is where this car is perfect. You should have your full regen on around town, and like I say, on a run, little tip there. Another little tip, if you're on a run, you want to save a bit of battery power, don't put the aircon on. Even if it's hot, you can put your cooling seat on, and because it's not part of your battery range, that power that you would normally be sucking up, you don't lose any of your battery power. So consequently, you can have that on, it keeps your bum nice and cool. Or likewise, in the winter, if it's a little bit cold, you can shut all the windows and you can put your heated seat on. Now this car is the ultimate, it's the top of the range. It has a sunroof in it. I have closed it purely for us while we're filming, because otherwise you get a load of flicker through here. But obviously if you're going for the top of the range, it'd be great for you to have the sunroof open as well. Get the wind in your hair. I used to say that a long time ago. Unfortunately, no longer. But hey ho, we all have to get old at some point. Let's talk a little bit more about the Kona in the fact of the warranty that you get with this car. It's a 5-year unlimited mileage warranty. Very good warranty indeed. You get 8 years battery warranty, 8 years or 100,000 miles. You will also get a 5-year paint coverage, paint warranty on this car, 12 years anti-perforation warranty and roadside assistance. So literally from the minute you buy one of these cars and drive it off the forecourt, you are fully covered. And if you sell the car within that 5 years, you can very easily transfer that over to the new owner. See, now we're now going around a few bendy bits, so I'm going to put the regen on a little bit heavier. Basically that's harnessing the energy from the residual energy from coasting and braking and put it back into the battery, so you get better economy. Speaking of economy as well, different drive modes in this car. There's a mode button here at the front. So if you click that to the right, you can go into sport mode, you can click into snow mode, which gives you extra grip, or you can go into eco mode, which I use most of the time, or normal mode. Normal mode just sets it up normal for driving. But I tend to want to go back in, I'll keep it in the eco mode because it's going to give me maximum bang for your buck when it comes to the distance and the range on this car. Range currently, I've got around 70% of battery and I'm getting around about 180 miles. Came with 80% of battery, it was 222 miles. So it's, you know, it's doing here, near or there to the mile what it says it's doing. All in all though, lovely car to drive, comfortable, versatile, practical, ticking all the boxes, isn't it? So there you have it, the 2024 Hyundai Kona. What did I think of it? Well, if you're in the market for an all-electric compact crossover SUV, I think you'd be hard pushed to find anything better than this, especially for the money. But at the end of the day, the proof is in the pudding, guys. You've got to get down and give one a test drive, because I can wax lyrical about this car and say how good it is, but it might not be for you. So get down to your Hyundai showroom, ask one of the lovely people down there, they'll lend you one of these for a couple of hours, get out, get it on the road and see what you think, and then make your decision. You've been watching me, AJ, on the Player YouTube channel. Don't forget, like, subscribe and comment. Down the bottom there's a comment box and it's there for a reason. If you've got any questions about this car, or you own one of these cars and you want to give us a little bit more information, or if I've missed something out that you think is important, stick it in the comment box. There's also a subscribe button down there, because as you saw at the beginning of this video, we don't just do car reviews, we do loads of other stuff. So if you want to subscribe and leave the bell sign unchecked so you get regular updates, then do it. Why not? Because you're going to get informed of all the lovely things that we're up to, including the car reviews, of course. Also, there is a thumbs up button as well. I would really love it if you give us a thumbs up. We don't get paid any extra, we don't get any bonuses when you thumbs up, but what we do get is a pat on the back from the boss and the sponsors to say, job well done, AJ, because I'm not just the only person here. There's a crew behind this, and then there's a whole editing team as well that put these videos together. And if you give us a thumbs up, we get a pat on the back from the boss to say we're doing a good job. So I'd really appreciate it. In return for that, I'm going to offer you something totally free of charge, because we don't just do car reviews. We're not just a YouTube channel. We are part of the Player, and the Player is also a massive bookazine. It's 220-page men's lifestyle bookazine, and you can get a copy, the online version of that. Can't give you the actual bookazine. I'm going to hold it up now. There you go, holding it up now. That is the Player Bookazine. It's a hardback magazine. As I say, you get the online version completely free of charge. Head over to www.theplayer.co.uk and wait for it. Here it comes. It's going to come in here by the magic of edit. It's down the bottom there. I'll leave it up for a few minutes. All you need is your name and your email. No credit cards, no details, just a name and an email. And you've got 220 pages of everything us guys love. There are cars, there are boats, there are motorcycles, there are quad bikes, there is golf, there is interviews, there is food, there's holidays, there's everything in there that we absolutely love. I defy you to find anything that you don't love in there, because it is so well put together. And it's yours free online, and all you've got to do is head over there and fill in those little bits and pieces. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you next week with something hopefully as gorgeous, as interesting and practical as the Hyundai Kona. I'll see you next week.